Lovely, lovely. And I guess we'll go live. So feel free to go to the stream. And for you, Equin, I believe you were the requester of this.
So it's my fault.
It is your fault. Let me know when you're on the live stream so I can show you the thing I need to show you.
Oh, yes, I am.
All right. Happy birthday. It's not up yet. It's still taking a bit. There it is.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I mean, it's solid. It's always a solid choice. Always a solid choice.
You can't go wrong with Tifa. Let's be honest.
Designed by they did her right in the remakes.
Yes. Well, fans would riot if they didn't.
I think one of them. I think your mic is doubling up.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I think what's going on is I think you got your mic set up as its own audio input. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Like in the live stream, you're hearing my voice?
No. No, it's not yours. It's actually everyone else's mic's getting doubled up.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, oh, I see. I didn't disable this one yet. Try again. Speak.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream.
Any better?
Yeah, that's all. There you go.
All right, lovely. And I'm glad Vegeta is very approving of our Tifa. So
Monks rule the day.
they sure do. Now, so I guess to recap last time, you finished the battle after your battle with the orcs. A couple of trolls. Did we lose somebody, or did it just shift people's positions? Whatever.
Oh, because I changed my name.
Oh. You managed to kill all the orcs, and eventually a pair of trolls exited the cave that the orcs had settled near. Presumably, of course, to protect the trolls from the sunlight. But they came out as the sun was setting and engaged with battle. They killed the very prominent family of Waldo. I don't remember his last name now. I wrote it somewhere. I sent it to Soder. I'll just look at that. Oh no, I didn't. I just sent him the ages of the children. Crap. It was like, I know Waldo and Oswald. The woman's name is the one I'm forgetting, and I don't remember their last names either off the top of my head. But although I guess I can do this. Where is it? Did I close that window? I guess I closed that window. Did I write it down? Please tell me I wrote it down. Troll Aftermath. I know I wrote it in chat. I don't know why I did that instead of putting it in my notes. Whatever. I guess I'll just go to the video and continue talking as I locate the names of our very important companions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
That's coming back to me.
You don't remember?
It's coming back to me now. The seven children.
Yeah, 7 children. Anyway, you've managed to conclude in victory. You Hildir sang a song of honor for the departed. You buried all their bodies, including Orodreth, who had fatally felled.
Sorry, that's still funny.
It's not funny. You're not how y'all supposed to be my friends, laughing at my death.
You were honored in your death. I mean, sure, you were represented by Yamcha in a crater, but...
Exactly, that's messed up, man.
Well, you did jump off a cliff, so the crater, I feel, was appropriate. So you honored after another 8-day journey to home. It is now May 26th, and as you enter Bree along with your entourage, many of the Bree folk coming out looking at all the Bree wardens that are returning. Elariel in particular noticed a small group of children, one of the oldest of whom couldn't seem to have been in her late teens, and eyes searching for a pair of people, for somebody that they could not find. At the same time, she also noticed, as they were approaching the prancing pony, a man entering the building. Actually, as they enter the prancing pony, in the corner they see a man who looks strikingly like Orodreth. And at this point, you may describe your character, Stony.
Did we lose him?
When you say describe, like, how do you mean?
I mean, what he looks like, if you want. I mean, you don't have to get into detail
Yeah.
if you don't want to. But...
Introduce yourself, mystery man.
Well, you'll introduce him. The character will introduce himself shortly. I just want to know what in Stoney's mind this character looks like, other than presumably the dreadlocks.
No, he has no dreadlocks. He is a young man at the age of 26 with a clean-shaven face, a stern but calm look to him. He seems to have a kind of dark wit or charisma about him. His hair is short, shaven on the sides, and he wears he wears his leather armor with a cloak, but he does not have his hood up.
All right, so you see this man sipping on some ale. It is afternoon right now, so you came here in the middle of the day, but he does seem to be settled. There are a few customers other than him as well. There's a dwarf. You do recognize. You don't see Floki in the tavern at present, but he might still be around. Although it's also equally likely he's left the tavern, or, left for the Blue Mountains, or returning from where he came from. And hell, you guys might not even remember who Floki is. But we there's a few customers here and there, and of course Barnabas Butterbur greets you warmly and says, "Welcome back. I trust the battle went well." And then he looks around for a moment. He notices that you seem to be missing someone. He goes, "You seem to be missing missing one of you. One of you seems to be missing."
Orodreth was one of the mightiest among us. It was if it wasn't for his heroics, we would, maybe another of us would have not returned.
And Belcor, if that's your name, does hear the name Orodreth being spoken from the entrance. Greeting, as it is rather quiet, so the sound carries pretty easily. And Barnabas responds with, "Strangely, we had someone who looked very similar to Orodreth come in. Well, I'm sorry to hear that he's gone. I'll give you guys a round of ale on me."
Thank you kindly.
It's the least I can do. Well, it's the least I can do for saving the town and all. I sure hope we didn't lose too many of our own in that battle, though. But anyway, so he lets you. He walks away to presumably go grab some ale and let you guys seat yourselves. And yes, as you're entering, you do you may now interact with your friend, or with your potential new friend Belcor, if you wish, or you could ignore him. Elariel actually scratch that. Elariel does recognize him as first. She was the one who noticed it, so she actually went to go speak to him beforehand, and she greets Belcor warmly with a hug and seemingly some tears.
I guess I would say you have a striking resemblance to our fallen friend. Would you happen to be related to Orodreth?
Belcor smiles grimly with a noticeable look of pain, but also pride.
Uh-oh. You muted now.
You muted yourself.
Sorry. Yes, he was my older brother. I heard that he fell in battle. One as brave but foolish as my brother must have did something pretty ridiculous. Would you mind telling me?
Well,
I'd love to hear how you guys describe it.
Nor just takes a big drink of his ale. It's a heavy drink.
What Orodreth might have lacked in restraint, he more than made up for with heart and courage, and and bravery.
He charged right in, didn't he?
He did. Literally jumped on top of the tent in front of 40 orcs.
Let me guess. Lariel helped him, didn't she?
Lariel nods sadly and turns away.
Oh, don't turn away, Lariel. I couldn't stop him even if I were the Orodreth is smart in his own way. I shall miss him, though. He was my biggest inspiration.
What brings you in the area? You were probably in the area already before all this happened, or else it would take you time to get here.
Well, I came to talk to Orodreth about his master plan he always talked about. He's talked about it since we were kids.
Go on.
Ever since the age of 12, Orodreth has loved one thing in this world more than anything. Old Toby. And he talked about creating some kind of trade empire based on the sale of Old Toby. There was something about massive wars involved, but the details were always vague because he was smoking Old Toby. So,
How did he know about Old Toby?
no, that's a good question. Either
I
way,
imagine a ranger's line of work and life lead them to many different areas and interact with many different cultures and peoples.
to be sure, but the Old Toby thing was kind of that was the forward-facing thing. What he really wanted was to have enough money to build an army to destroy the darkness in this world. And that's what I wish to carry on.
I did not know the depths of his dream. Thank you for sharing that.
The only thing he hated more than orcs was the darkness in Mordor.
Hmm. I guess incidentally, we are one member short of a full band of companions.
Misfits.
Um,
Yes, perhaps together we can keep your brother's dream alive.
yes. But before I ask formally, do you already have plans, or what do you wish to accomplish coming out here?
I do have my own desires, but I mean, my plan was to meet with my brother, but he's gone now. Traveling with companions is always preferable to traveling alone, and this may
Well,
benefit me.
we do have his things and notes, so we can definitely have you come and look over those. And we'll be here for a while. We just came back from an arduous and dangerous adventure, so we will be here for a while to recuperate. And I guess I formally open a position to come travel with us if you wish, and I'll give you time to think it over before we head out again.
The pay is 1 treasure per adventure.
Oh yeah, also his stash of Old Toby, of course, right? You have full access to that.
Assuming he has it. Did you guys take his Old Toby?
Oh. Dude.
I mean, he traveled with his stuff, right?
He sure
Yeah, it was. Nobody grabbed or addressed Old Toby.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I didn't.
Ilariel silently, inconspicuously looks away a little bit. She might have partook a little bit, as she is wont to do.
She was definitely not opposed to enjoying a little bit of pipe weed, that's for sure.
Listen, Lucy's not here. We can pilot her character however we want.
That's true. Who's gonna stop us?
Exactly. Come stop us, Lucy.
Come stop us, Lucy.
I will certainly think about your offer. I'll meet you in a few days to let you know my answer.
Excellent. In the meantime,
Belcourt,
a toast to the fallen.
Think it over. We shall be here.
All right, so let's see something. All right, so are you guys just gonna chill here for a little bit?
I guess. Are we in a
technically-
fellowship phase officially, or
Technically speaking, yeah, it is about time to start a fellowship phase. So I guess I should do that. I suppose you guys need me to pull up the fellowship and endeavors, and you can choose how long you want to spend your fellowship phase. Minimum of a week. Alright, so I guess I can pull up.
yeah.
How am I gonna do this? I guess I'll just stream it to Discord.
You said it's like, as far as the timeline goes, we're in the middle of May right now.
It is May 26th right now. So we're more closer to the end of May.
Gotta transfer his heat real good.
yeah? So technically, Hildir's with us. Elariel's still with us. So, she's a what again? What class? What calling is she?
She's a warden.
Oh, I should probably pull up her page too. Hold on, I have it.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so you can gather rumors. You can ponder storied and figured maps. Oh, incidentally, I'm gonna say that your fellowship rating is only gonna be 3 right now. Well, yeah, it's 3 unless you do a certain fellowship. Unless you choose the strength and fellowship undertaking, but
Yes, or no, because I'm not part of the party yet.
it's including you because you're here.
Gotcha.
So you have gather rumors as an option, ponder storied and figured maps as an option. That one is free if you have a scholar, which I don't think you have. Gather rumors is free for a warden, which does technically include Ilariel, although I'm tempted to ban that because she's not here right now. Same with strength and fellowship. If you have a captain, is any of you a captain? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You have study magical items, which if you do have Newer with you, so that can be a free undertaking, and you can write a song. Well, you can write a song, and since you have Ella here with you, that's another free undertaking.
Yeah. Ornate. Okay, so I did pick up one set of ornate steel bracers.
You did.
That I'm now wearing. We could. I think that's what the study items does, right? It elucidates exactly what the benefits are.
Yeah, it tells you what it does. It tells you some of the history of the item, that you can find anything that there is to know about it, and yeah, it tells you everything there is available knowledge about the item in question.
Mm-hmm. So we can do that.
Don't look like it, though. Yeah, me too, right?
Oh, did we Did you ever give us this full manual, or is that not strictly speaking legal to share that?
I already shared it.
Oh, why don't I have this?
It's in Doriath. I believe it's pinned. Actually, while you think about that, I'm going to return shortly.
Okay. Obviously, selfishly, I vote for the study magical item,
I'd be down.
but I am the only one with. Okay, there it is. Let me finally bring this over, huh? Okay, core rules. There it is.
I might be interested maybe in doing ponder storied and bigger maps. We might get an idea where we want to go next.
Yes. It brings to mind, if you guys were there for that session, previously there was a situation where we ran into a group of men who looked like they were up to no good in the Prancing Pony, I think. I don't know if there's an angle there that we probably haven't looked into what that is. But I don't know what that undertaking would be. Maybe a map. I think the map could probably help in that direction if Stug chooses.
We could also probably make time to go speak with our patron.
Yeah, just to get ourselves back on the right track in terms of like the quote story.
I feel like having like studying a map or some stories and then taking that information to our patron could probably give us a good sense what to do next.
Yeah, I think that could work. Let's see if he allows the patron thing, because I think he did say last time that we are pretty far away. Because Gilrine is all the way in Rivendell, right?
Yes. So we would have to probably like make like a whole little like mini side note or side story to be able to travel there.
I think so. But we'll see. I think we'll raise that. Well, we should raise that.
Oh, I could also. I've got a bunch of skill points. I'm tempted to pop a few of them to give me more travel, so we can just make that even easier.
True.
I think that might be the first. That's gonna be
Also,
like
I might just straight up ask Doug, what Gilrine talking about again? Just like shadows of something specific where, right? Because it's been so long I forgot exactly what she said that brought us over here. What do you think, Stony? If you're there.
Yep, he's gone. It's just you and me now. Maybe we can find a way to like connect the two, like whatever that group was in the stories. That could be another thing we ask in Rivendell.
Mm-hmm.
So, so we also get to recover hope while we're in our fellowship phase, I noticed. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is
I
there a
think we
cap on
get
how
back
much
up
help we
to
can have? You get it. It's equal
that.
to your heart rating. Is there like a ceiling, or do you just can you have as much as you ever want?
I think your max hope is set by something. Let me
That's what
check
I'm trying to
again.
figure out.
I think my current hope is at so on your heart, right? So on your character sheet, under your heart, there's a hope rating. That's your max.
Yeah. Oh, that's the maximum, huh? That makes sense.
Guys are asking if I think we should go to Rivendell.
So we're thinking we take a little bit of time to do some stuff here. I proposed we do like studied stories or study some maps. We take that information and we go back to Rivendell to ask a couple questions for our patrons so we can get an idea of where to look next.
Okay.
Just to find, get ourselves back on the main.
The main objective.
I will say though, we did just fight off a group of 40 orcs and 2 trolls.
Okay.
So
Sorry about that.
I think, hey Stug, we were thinking to study maps and then maybe go to Gilrine, but Gilrine, our patron, is way back in Rivendell, right? Which would you allow that kind of thing?
So you want to meet patron with Gilrine?
Right. That's something we would have to travel to Rivendell to do that. Right?
Technically speaking, it's like an 18-day It's like an 18-day journey, I think. But yes, you can do that, I guess.
But my whole question was, well, do we need to? Because like, it's been so long. What was her original kind of like sending out command? What was it? We go west to Bree or somewhere thereabouts to check out. Maybe she just said there was some gathering darkness over here or something, and we can figure out what it is. I forgot what she said.
She, I forgot what the words she used were. Small. What does she say? Well, okay. I'm gonna stop streaming for a second for reasons.
To pull up some sensitive information.
Yeah, something written down.
Because my suspicion is it seems like we found whatever she was talking about with these, we just fought off a bunch of orcs with rumors of even more to come around here.
The orcs had little to nothing to do, or at least as far as you know, are aware, have absolutely nothing to do with the mission that she sent you on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, continue.
The mission that she sent you on was a quest, was somewhere southwest of Bree. All she knew with what little information she had is there was some troubles in the foothills of the southern arid Lewin, or the Blue Mountains. She mentioned that there are rumors that from Sarnford, an eerie blue light can be seen shining above the river mists. and it may have something to do with an ancient castle of Arnor.
Dude.
But
Okay.
she does not know
So
that many details about it.
somewhere
Somebody-
along the river near Sarnford. And Sarnford is not very far from us. It's much farther if we go back to Rivendell. So thanks for the reminder. Do you feel like we still need to talk to our patron after reminding ourselves of that? Sketch?
Really, no.
Yes, thanks for that. It's been a while since we
It
knew
has
about
been
that.
6 months or something.
Shoot, we can't let Gil run down. But it seems like there's some orc business up here that it feels like, this kind of subplot here hasn't wrapped itself up yet either. So we could either stay here and definitely
You have,
definitely
like,
deal
3
with the
subplots that you have that are in front of you. To be honest.
yeah. I mean, we could chase one of those. I feel like maybe pursuing at least one of them to finish. Was one of them the 7 children that were orphaned by our decisions at Weather Hills?
Whatever happens with that has not come to fruition yet. So far, no, you don't have anything going on there, at least as far as you know.
Shoot, man.
Technically, your characters don't even know that those kids were children of 2 people who died in your battle.
That's true.
That's a very meta fact.
Okay, so if we strike off the option to go back to patron, that leaves one slot to do one thing else, right? Because you're free. The checking the maps is a free undertaking for you, Noor, right? And then,
think it would be.
and then we could spend our remaining on what would be the other ones.
Ponder storied and figured maps is free if you're a scholar. Newer is not a scholar.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, his free one is the treasure items.
Yeah, study magical items is his free undertaking. Or one of his free undertakings. I don't know if he has another one.
Gather rumors, heal scars, meet patron, ponder stored figured maps, raise an heir.
If it says Yule next,
We're not
you
raised.
can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, right. Only Yules.
So won't be until like December.
Study magical items and write a song. Nothing musical really comes to mind. There's like 3. You can do
a Song of Victory, which is useful in combat. You can have a walking song, which I have to find out. Company during a constant song. Here's assume the role of the offensive being weary for the length of the heroic venture. Sing a song in combat is considered a secondary action. Sing a song allows you to avoid being considered weary, basically.
So we're trying to find. So we're definitely okay. So as a group, right, we're definitely going for ponder, stored, and figured maps. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. And the 2 free ones that I can see we can choose between are write a song, which is technically useful for game mechanics, and magical items, which selfishly it's because there's something that we found there that I am now wearing. So what do y'all think? I feel like the magical items is more of a selfish decision, and I would need you guys to tell me that I'm not being selfish choosing that one.
What, to just study the magical items?
Yeah, like these so it's these bracers, very ornate, crafted in the first age, laden with gold and silver.
Doug, is this something? This is something I'd be able to take out pretty easily, right?
Which one?
I'd be able to help with that. Study these magical items, these bracers that he's got.
Well, you already looked at them when he got them. I mean, you weren't here, Sketch, but Newer looked at them. And he noticed that he was able to at least deduce that it was a very fine craftsmanship. It's from the first age. I don't remember exactly everything I said that you knew.
Etched with carvings of the 2 trees of Eleanor, one laden with gold.
Yeah, that one was obvious from the sight of it. You knew that based on just looking at it. One of the bracers, they're black metal. There's like some form of black steel, which Noor would have, I believe, known that is reminiscent of a known elven smith in the region of what's it called again?
Eredluin?
No, Eredluin's the Blue Mountains. Is it Doriath? Yeah, it would be Doriath. An elf of the region of Doriath. You're a little fuzzy on the details there in terms of who this elf was, because you're not that familiar with elven history overall. But there was a known elven smith who worked with some sort of black metal. And so this reminds you of that. Ella here, you knew just by glancing on them that the 2 bracers being... Now, the black metal seems to have been used primarily to enhance the beauty of the golden and silver trees that are etched into the metal part of the bracers. And the golden tree, of course, is Laurelin, and the silver tree is Telperion, and these are the 2 trees of Valinor that have long since died. So Noor was able to figure out that this came from the first age. Sorry, go ahead.
And I guess the difference is if we make this an actual undertaking, we would find out what stats, what is mechanically what it does in the game, right?
Yeah, you'll find out what kind of boons you get with it,
as well as maybe definitive evidence of where it came from, who carved it, for what reason, or whatever.
Yeah, if there's any information to be gained on who made this thing, and where any more information historically, you'll get that information as well.
Right. So if you guys can't think of anything more useful to the group, then we might go with that one.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. So with Newer's Calling, the study magical items becomes our free one, and then we will, as a group, spend it on Ponder, Stored, and Figured maps.
Okay.
Let's do it. Those are the 2.
So let me review exactly what Ponder, Story, and Figured maps is. So basically, you're looking at maps, and all right, you get... So I have to apply a feat die modifier of +1 to journey events. All right, understood. And so that's simple. So you guys spend your time looking at maps you've gathered. You talk around town, find some maps, look around, figure out what's known in the local area. You do take note of Sarnford, and Ella here, you note that you note an old well, okay. I'm gonna have Ella here make a lore roll.
Oh.
I guess
okay.
You can say this is favored.
I am favored in lore, actually.
I'll give you a greater advantage, not favored, but okay, if you're favored in lore, that just makes this super good. Maybe I should just give you the information that I'm thinking about. Well, okay. I'm just gonna give you the information. No roll required.
Oh. Okay.
You can roll with greater advantage for additional information, I suppose. But what you do know
Right.
is that near Songford, you do take note that an old elven refuge called Tyndalen was just to the northwest of Sarnford, like within sight of it.
Tim Dalen.
Tyndalen. Tin as in
Oh,
copper and tin.
Hmm.
Or perhaps it's
North,
Tyndalen.
north,
I don't know.
northeast,
Northwest.
northwest. Okay.
So
Okay.
over.
I rolled a 21.
Don't tell. Basically, don't tell me what you got. Just tell me how many sixes you rolled on your d6s.
Oh, no sixes.
Okay. Then I guess you don't get any more information. I was kind of treating this like a magical success, but
Hmm.
not really.
What does greater advantage mean again in this game?
Advantage is 1 extra die 6. At greater advantage is 2 extra d6.
Oh shoot. Let me roll 2 extra. Nope, no six.
All right. Anyway, that's what you know. So there's an elven refuge near Sarnford called Tyndalen or Tyndalen. And those are the things. And of course, you take note of the Barrow Downs, just pretty much adjacent to Bree. You take note of the Shire nearby and Buckland and all the smaller towns in the Shire that you're aware of. You note the ruined city of Fornost north along the Greenway, and of course a few other features. Gain some lay of the land basically from your studying of maps, and of course we got your bonus to journey event rolls, which is I guess technically something I do, but anyway. Now as for studying the magical items, you take some time to review these items, and you do throughout the course of this week you do come across let's see an elf of Lindon or Rivendell does pass through on the way to the Grey Haven, seemingly on some business from there, and so he helps you with some. You ask him if he knows anything about these artifacts, and he gives you what he knows. And with your collective knowledge, you do come to realize that these bracers were forged by an elf of Doriath.
Damn it, man.
An elf of Doriath by the name of Halas. And indeed, you find that the black metal actually comes from that of a meteorite, as this elf Halas was a fairly well-known and talented smith in Doriath, elven smith, who took inspiration from the great craftsmanship that forged the sword, the Anglachel, which was gifted to Thingol of Doriath by Ael the Dark Elf. And so he, as fortune would smile upon him, he did acquire some meteoric metals himself and managed to forge this striking black metal and engrave it with the symbols of the two trees to almost inspired to banish the darkness with their with their light. And you do notice that there is almost a little bit of a glow to the silver and gold that is etched within these two bracers. Somehow the smith was clearly very talented and capable. And you further note that Halas being that these bracers were said to grant the wearer a measure of humility and grace, such as well as, and yet at the same time, increase his or her ferocity and pragmatism in combat. And what I mean by that is that these bracers apply to courtesy and battle rolls. So you can spend a hope to take a magical success in either of those, as well as you get 2d6 applied to every roll that is of courtesy or battle.
That is huge. Let me remind myself where courtesy falls here. Oh, courtesy. Okay. Of course, those are things where I don't have any points in. So maybe start to invest in those. Huh? From 0 to 1 is not much, and then +2 for the bracers. I mean, that's plenty, right? Sorry. Yeah. I mean, I love your description. I looked up Aeol, the Dark Elf. I looked up Anglachel, the sword. I looked up. Is Halas a real character?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I love it. It's like, yeah, it's a great kind of spin-off of existing Silmarillion lore. So very much appreciate that backstory. I kind of typed that all out as you were saying it, actually.
Oh, well, thank you.
I have this just the stuff that Ellie here has specifically, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I have the Circlet of Awe, pre-Arnor. Seems to be made by ancestors of the Dunlendings.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Steel Bracers.
Yep.
Wow. This one's powerful. +2 for 2 stats.
Yep. So there's 2 different categories in this game of, well, I guess there's 3 different categories of magical items. There's wondrous items, there's marvelous artifacts, wondrous items, and famous weapons and armor. Now, I don't know why they chose to pick marvelous artifacts as the less powerful items, but they did. So marvelous artifacts give you 1 ability, wondrous items give you 2, and famous weapons and armor are different. So I'm not going to talk about that right now.
But those are very specific. Those have very specific blessings or something.
Yeah, they have very specific perks that's not strictly related to a given skill. I mean, it's going to apply to combat basically in one way or the other. And there's they have very kind of think of how you get rewards when you choose valor.
Right.
Basically, you get special versions of those.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just how it works. And they're usually much better than the basic valor or basic rewards you get.
Shoot. Yeah, let me highlight courtesy in battle now. Highlights on my character sheet. Okay. I think this is a pretty good fellowship phase, if I do say so myself. We kind of have an idea of where to go next. Well, that's a very selfish way of saying it because it benefits me mostly.
Yeah, well, you got lucky with the roll. I didn't. No, I just picked people who hadn't gotten. I pretty much just picked people who weren't Elariel to roll for a marvelous artifact, or excuse me, roll for a wondrous item because, well, long story short, I made a roll to see what kind of magical item might be in here, and it turned into a wondrous item. So I had everyone but Elariel roll for one because she already has one, and so you won the roll, so you got it.
Mm. You hear that, Lucy? You want this? You have to come You have to come get it. Okay. Okay. So those are the
She
undertakings,
is
right?
going to
Those
steal your
were.
treasure, your bracers, as soon as she can.
Yeah. Enjoy those shadow points.
She got 10 of them.
She has 10 shadow. That's ludicrous.
Well, she stole
Okay,
a
so
lot
those are
of
our
things.
undertakings. Yes. Yeah. She's playing a D&D character.
Yep, she's not following the. She's not listening to the warnings of Misty.
That's exactly why we love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. But yeah, so that's that. And so the week passes by, I believe, mostly uneventfully. I believe this. You are now allowed to spend any skill or adventure points you wish to level up. That's Yule, not this. Okay. You got that. I believe you recover a number of hope up to your heart rating.
Oh, okay. So I go from 10 to 11. So at most, my heart rating is 3, so I gain 3 at most.
You should just get 3 straight up, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
So I get 4 back, and I go back up to 12.
Yeah, I think you'll max out. Yeah.
I should be capped out at that point.
Fun fact: Ilariel gains 2, and she's still miserable.
Give me a second.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be miserable until she reaches 11. She's pretty much just miserable at this point. And I'm not willing to. I mean, I'm sure if I asked her, she would say she wants to take her shadow scar now, but I'm not willing to take that leap until I get the actual word.
And those are done during the fellowship phase, right?
Which thing? No, shadow scars can be taken whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
It's just like it's called hardening your will. That's it.
Okay, so if we're solidly
spending fellowship to recover hope, though, I'm just gonna say that.
How many fellowship are we up to now? 6?
Your fellowship points right now are 4, or they're 3 because you only have 3 players right now.
Oh, okay.
And so you have 3 points to spend during fellowship phase. So it's equal to your heart score. For a normal fellowship phase. Prolonged rests do recover a single hope point. Oh, no. That's only when you're down to 0 hope. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what happens. You spend your time leisurely in Bree, muddling about, doing whatever you want to do day to day, and focusing on your studies of various sorts. What would you like to do next?
I guess we officially level up our stats, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you remember, if our points are accurate, I think at the end of the last one you outlined exactly how many we gained, right? Alariel has 26 adventure points actually.
That's true.
And adventure points go toward the second row, right? So your combat proficiency / valor and wisdom. Is that right?
Yep.
And skill points go toward the first row, which is your
It's your
skills.
Yep.
Okay. So I have 14 skill points. I feel like in light of what just happened with the item that I got, I might have to level up each of them to 1, or level up one of them to 2.
You could do
Let's
that.
see.
But it's certainly not required.
Having 3 dice, these aren't favored either. So having 3 dice, I think, would really help.
Okay.
But skill points don't go toward anything else, right? It's really just those skills.
It's just skills.
So 4 points to go from 0 to 1. 8 points to go from 1 to 2. So if I wanted to do both to 1 and the 1 to 2, I would need 16, which I don't have.
If you go from 0 to 2, it should be, if I'm not mistaken,
0 to 2 is 12 total.
Oh yes.
So okay. Let me bring courtesy and battle up to 1 point each, and that subtracts 8 from my pool, which leaves me 6 skill points.
Alrighty. Is Noor well, I guess I'll let you finish first. I'll let hear.
Adventure points from 1 to 2, valor or wisdom. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to... I'm going to wait till I get I'm going to stock up on adventure points until I can get 4 points in spears.
Right.
I'll do that.
Sounds good.
I think that's it for me.
Noor, how about you? Any leveling up you want to do?
He might be tending to his girlfriend.
Okay, Stony, Orodreth, or Belcor. Oh, you don't have any experience. Never mind. I guess you have to wait for sketch. I'm sorry, I forgot.
You ain't forget. You just don't like me anymore.
Oh, shoot. Wait. So when he made a new character, he starts with your basic stats. So he's actually behind us.
He is basically the equivalent of level 1, whereas the rest of you are like level 3 or something. Level 4.
Racist.
It is okay, Belcor. We shall take you under our wing.
I don't think it's fair.
We shall protect you.
I don't need no protection.
Hey, that sounds like... Oh, did I just hear Orodreth from Beyond the Grave?
Real funny. Real funny.
Okay, so Belcor has 0 in both adventure and skill, huh? So he won't gain anything until after the next adventure phase.
Yep.
Man, I need to be careful then. I don't want to start back at 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to die.
Okay, lesson learned. Don't jump into a crowd of 40 orcs.
I
I'm not saying this.
I will repeat my advice. that strategy would have been fine if they had called the Bree Warden army that you brought with you to come earlier.
Yes, if the army was actually in position, yes.
But unfortunately, he decided to jump and kick off the combat with with them at a distance.
Yeah, we gotta time it better next time. We gotta be fully aware of the situation first before we do anything.
Timing is white supremacy.
Oh, that's
So
true.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
That's true.
guess we can't do that.
Punctuality and its whiteness is a property of whiteness.
exactly. So don't try to make me live up to.
That's funny because neither Stony. That's funny because neither me or Stony were white, and we were in the party, and we were in the tent crashing party.
What is that thing about society?
And Lucy's also only half white, so she was there too.
Oh, really? What's her other half? Is it Hispanic?
She's Japanese, I believe.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that either.
I guess we lived up
that I
to.
wasn't supposed to say out loud, but I'm pretty sure.
I guess
she's
we
been
lived up
open
to our
with it.
expectations. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's been open about that. But I mean,
Oh, I never knew.
Yeah, I didn't
I
either.
thought she was very vocal about it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe you're just racist.
Maybe I am. Well, I don't remember when I found out, but I found out at some point.
It's kind of rare to find people who are Asian or part Asian, living in the so-called quote-unquote red flyover states, right? So I live in Alabama. She lives in
Montana.
Wyoming, right? Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would expect Asian, you picture your average Asian American lives on the coasts.
I guess,
In the big
but like
city.
my oldest friend is half Chinese and is like in suburbia. Like, I mean, he lived in the same region I did, so I guess you'd expect it more commonly, but I don't know. People move around.
Yeah. And of course, more and more Asians are kind of waking up to what the Democrats have been kind of pulling. Also, thanks. I appreciate the picture change too. That's an iconic in-game shot.
Yeah. I had to pick this one, right? It's too iconic. I don't even know what part of the game it's from, but I just know it.
Have you played Remake?
Nope. I've never played the
It's
original.
the. Oh, okay. I guess I can't really provide any context.
No,
You should play Final Fantasy VII. It's a good game.
I intend to, but I mean, it looks like they're in a bar. That's all I can tell.
Yes, they're in a bar. It's actually her bar.
She runs a bar.
Yeah, she runs that bar.
Okay. I'm sure
So she can also serve you drinks.
Oh, can she?
Tifa is a very, very based individual.
Mm-hmm. She seems like it. Don't know what she sees in Cloud, but that's okay.
That is so true. He's just a pretty boy. That's all he is, really. I mean, he has. You can't deny that he is impossibly handsome. So that's what's going for him.
I guess so. All I know is she. So I know a fair bit about the plot of the Final Fantasy VII timeline, because I was working with a guy who has played through all these games, and he was describing all the story, and like everything I learned about Cloud is that he kind of sucks.
Yeah. Oh, it's only until like major shit goes down in the plot. Um, deaths occur,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally, Tifa helps him through it, where they kind of go through it, his psyche, and he deals with it, and then he finally becomes what everyone has needed him to be this whole time.
That's good. As long as his character growth. But I mean, to be fair, I guess if the power of his weird memory thing allowed him to pick up that giant sword, I guess that's pretty neat.
Oh, he went through a process that physically altered him, so
Oh, is
he's
that what
also
happened?
very,
Okay,
yeah.
cheater.
But that's all. That's technically spoilers, I guess.
I've got pretty much most of the plot spoiled. That's fine.
Yeah. Did you know that one of those characters doesn't make it in the end?
I have heard that there's a character in the main party who dies.
it's,
I've heard
it's not
about
very. It's not.
this.
It's not much of a secret nowadays. Especially, did you play Kingdom Hearts?
No, I actually do own all of them. I think on the PS5 or PS4 or whatever, but I haven't played any of them yet.
I think play 1 and 2, and then stop there, please.
Okay.
That. At least that's the common wisdom. I'm not invested at
Hold on
all
a
in
sec.
Kingdom Hearts, really.
So when you walk away, do you hear me say, "Please play the rest of them"? I don't know what this is. Why did you stop at 2? I gotta know. Is this bad?
It's just Kingdom Hearts is a whole franchise, right? Um, 3 looks and feels like, from what I've seen of it, looks and feels like just this convoluted mess.
Isn't that what the whole
That
series is?
and three kind of picks up after this, like, because 3 was like a whole decade and a half, 2 decades after 2, right?
Yeah.
And in between those 2 games, there have been these like at least 10 to 15 spin-off games that just needlessly complicate the plot in so many different layers. So
Okay.
3 has to deal with all that and try to tie it up in a pretty bow. Spoilers, it doesn't really.
Fair enough. All right, let's change the subject back to the game, I guess.
Yes, is Newer, are you here with us? Can you hear us?
Sketch. Okay, I guess we're.
Sketch.
I guess he's tending to his lady again. All right, I guess we can keep talking about Kingdom Hearts. um, but
So, fun fact about the remake. Okay, so Nomura, right? Tetsuya Nomura. You've probably heard of this guy, right? He's the mastermind behind Kingdom Hearts. He got his start actually as a character designer for FF7.
oh, did he?
Yeah. So nothing related to the plot, just literally the character design, right? How they look, the fashion, the hair, the eyes, right? That's what he was responsible for.
Right.
Um, and I think from there, he also was responsible for 8, maybe 10. Um, but basically, through FF7, he got all this clout that he kind of cashed in on for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh wow.
That makes sense.
There he is.
And
Sorry.
oh, there you are. Hey, Newer, are you willing to? Do you have adventure and skill points, and do you want to spend them to upgrade stats?
Yeah, I did actually. I want to use. So my sheet says I've got 21 skill points from this, thanks to the 6 I got last time. So I want to cash those out for a 4th level and travel.
Okay. That seems like a good choice.
So I think it says the upgrade to the 4th level costs. Where does the sheet?
I think it's 20.
It costs 20. Yeah, it costs 20. So I'll cash in 20 of those for a 4th rank in travel. Maybe this will be enough to offset my bad rolls.
Hey, now you jinxed it already.
It'll certainly make the journeys go faster.
So now I have I've got I'm favored in travel, and I got four extra points in it, so we shouldn't be running into problems.
Yeah, you guys got it. You guys got it good. On that point.
But I mean, the thing is, like when it's a travel phase, all of us pretty much roll for it, right?
No,
And so we're
the guide travels to see how many. Basically, the guide determines how many events you guys deal with, more or less.
okay.
And then
So
after that, each event is done by one of you other people. And so, yeah. Yeah, okay. So are you going to spend any adventure points or no?
Let's see, I've got 13 of them. Could. I don't think I have enough to... I don't think I have enough to really get anything else that I might want. Well, actually... I could use 8 to get another level in spears. That could be useful.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'll pop a few. I'll spend 8 of them to get another perk in spears.
You could. Okay. That seems fair. Okay. So that's 2 ranks in spears then. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's all I got. Did everyone else already go?
Yeah, everyone else leveled up, or Ella here did because he can. Hildir's not here. I guess I'll let. Well, whatever. All right, so I guess I'll pilot Ella here for this round. I do have his character sheet pulled up somewhere. There it is.
you mean Alariel?
I meant Hildir. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You said you have Elariel's sheet pulled up, right?
I do. I'm not sure if I want to make decisions on leveling up though. She has enough for a 4th point in bows, and I think
she said she wanted to do that, but
I think so, but I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna have you do that. That's not what I was asking. I just wanted to know if you'd be able to play as her, because I'm not sure.
I will.
I do ideally would like to have these 2 characters run off and do something else, but whatever. So, okay. So yeah, the fellowship phase ends, and you're in the and you wake up in the prancing pony, all refreshed and recovered. Where's the current hope for Mr. Man?
So, should we have all of our endurance back?
All of your endurance is back, yes. How many wounds did you... Does anyone have wounds?
Nope.
Not that I have any. I don't have any.
Alariel and El here are both good.
Is Alariel at 9 hope?
Yes.
Okay. What? Okay, so... Alright, what am I thinking about? What did I just ask Ella here that you said Alariel and Ella here are both good? What was I asking there?
No injuries.
Yes, no injuries. Okay. Belcor or Orodreth isn't alive. Noor, did you have any wounds?
I don't.
Stop rubbing it in. Poor Stony.
I'm just trying to go down the list. Go ahead, Noor.
No, none for me.
Okay. So no wounds. All right, then I guess we don't have to deal with that. You wake up refreshed and ready to go for your next adventure. Do you want to do anything in Bree, or do you just want to head out?
I think.
Did you want to buy a spear, Noor?
Do I need to buy a new one? Probably do.
No. The way this game works is it just kind of assumes you just have the items you need mostly.
Okay. Well, in that case, no, I've already got mine.
Oh, so like in Warrior, you can just add a spear.
Technically, I guess. I mean, you have to consider it a load. Like, you're not going to be able to. I'm not going to permit it that you can just write down spear every time you throw it. And have it go that way. Also, nobody's listening.
Oh, sorry.
Now, so we can talk crap about whoever we want.
Oh, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Nua already has a spear. Sorry.
Yes.
Something you can throw.
Yeah, so you don't need to buy a new spear. Anyone? Okay, so everyone's good.
I think so. Yeah.
I guess you have to. I guess you still have to have Belcor confirm if he wants to join your party or not.
That's true. Stony, you there?
Gazebo man.
Stony.
I am bull.
Would you want to enact the portion of when Belcor decides to join? Maybe you'll have like a little speech planned.
Hazing ritual. No.
No speech.
All right.
Money.
So I guess we come back to you, and I say,
What say you?
I say, well, well, our group is about ready to head out. We have had our rest and have had our undertakings, and we think we know where we want to go next. Most likely, we will continue on our appointed quests and head southwest toward Sarnford. Sarnford. Probably, but before that, we might have some business to take care of here, just to wrap up. If that is that some? Would you like to join us on our quest?
Yes, maybe I don't know that.
We're having trouble hearing you, Stony.
Yes, I'd like to take my brother's place and her quest.
Take up the mantle. We hear you.
Wait, what? Who are you? I'm Belcor. What the fuck was that? Something just hit me.
What hit you?
I think it was a bee.
That's no good.
It didn't sting. It just ran into me.
Summer insects, man.
They're pretty dumb. Bees
All animals are.
I tried going out on hiking on some trails yesterday, and I realized the sheer infestation of spider webs and spiders just like across the trail, where you have to like, you can't see it, and so it's like right in front of you, or you hit it with your face and you feel the web. So I was like, yeah, maybe never mind. I'm not gonna go through this trail.
do you know Brian Regan?
Yes.
Okay, have you heard his joke about looking stupid?
I mean, that's probably his whole shtick is like stupid moments.
Kind of, but there's this one in particular. I don't know if it ever made him to a special, but there's like I found a clip on YouTube at one point. It's like, you know, the ultimate in looking stupid? Whenever you walk into a spider web. Because nobody else sees that spider web. They just see you flipping out.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And these spiders are huge. Like they make these big webs, and the leg span, it's like maybe like 2 or 3 inches. Like that's how big they can get or something. So you can obviously very much see them, but they're very spindly and skinny, and so.
Okay.
And I counted once. Like I looked over at a tree, and there were like, I think I stopped counting at 8. 8 different little webs with spiders on them. So I was like, if this 2 mile long trail is just going to be filled with that, I don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Spouters are spooky.
Okay, so shall we kind of? I guess we can start making our way. Gather our things. Maybe meet back up at the Prancing Pony to maybe grab some final drinks and head out. Right?
Yeah, you certainly may.
Yeah.
So what final business do you want to attend to?
Well, I mean, technically, our characters don't know it yet, but maybe Ilariel pipes up and says, "Hey, I saw these 7 kids who look very needy and sad. Maybe we should talk to them." I don't know, because Ilariel noticed, right?
Alariel saw the family. I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that any
Okay,
of you
just
guys
okay.
really-
Full disclosure. Full disclosure. Did you have anything planned for this? If not, then we can
It
just
doesn't
move on.
matter. Just do you want to talk to them or not?
I mean, if you, I don't want to put you on the spot for anything you don't have planned. So,
A GM's job is to be taken by surprise. So do what you need to do.
I guess we can learn their names before we move ahead. So I guess Ilariel pipes up and said, "Hey, there are these kids that I feel worried about. There was no adult with them, and I want to make sure that they're okay." Right? And so we kind of follow her advice, and we go to the same spot that she might have seen that one day when we came back.
All right, so Ilariel leads you all to the house where she saw the family. Knocks on the door, and you see a man open the door. It does appear to be an adult.
Fuck this shit, man. I'm over it. I'm going to work.
Yeah, that.
Oops.
Stony does not want to deal with adults.
I'm sorry, guys.
What
It's
could
fucking
I-
gazebo. It's fucking gazebo, man.
Well met. You're the ones who led Oswald and what was her name? I need to be consistent.
I don't have to put. You don't have to.
I'm
You
going
can
to
make
find
up
out her
something.
name. It was like Silver. I'm close to the point in the stream where it was.
It's okay. I don't think either Sketch nor Stony were here for that. Basically, it's kind of this is the tail end of a half-baked joke from last stream where, there was a man and woman of Bree that they both died in the big cataclysmic battle, and we kind of were joking around about, well, we might as well give these people names and personalities and histories if we're going to just cast these characters aside like nothing happened, right? So we kind of came up with there's this whole backstory where this man was married to this woman. They both died, and they left behind 7 children.
His name is Waldo Goatleaf, and his wife was... Also, Oswald's last name was Mugworts, incidentally.
Oswald Wugwarts, huh?
Oswald Mugworts. Where the hell are you? I need the woman's name. Maybe I can look for wife as a keyword. Emma Foxglow, that was it. All right, I'm gonna write these notes down because now I have to remember them, so I can do that. Oswald Mugwort's. Is that how I spell it? Yes. Waldo Goatleaf.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize. I think it's just me and Sug who were in on this last time, and both of you guys are like,
Oh,
"What the
yeah.
hell?
The
What
only
is
one-
this?"
You guys were gone, I think, at this point. But anyways, yeah. You head to the Goatleaf household, and a man opens the doors. You're that band of warriors that led old Oswald and Emma out to battle with the orcs, weren't you?
Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
Yes.
Unfortunately, those individuals perished in that fateful battle. Would you happen to know who they were?
Of course I happen to know who they were. Emma was my sister.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Well, we tried to warn them that both of them going out as protectors could lead to some problems should orcs come about one day. But well, foolhardy, I suppose, is what they call it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What business brings you here? What do you? Is there something I can do for you?
Were those Emma's children that we saw earlier at the tavern?
They weren't at the tavern. They were at this house that you're at.
Oh, where
right
were
now.
they? Oh. Is there anything we can do to help ease the loss?
Short of adopting some of these children, I don't know what sort of aid you're offering. But I don't think they take too kindly to being adopted off to some strangers. Nor do I think Emma would have wanted such a thing.
Well, this is awkward. I don't know what to say or do.
Is there any way you want to help?
Hmm. Maybe give them some of the old Toby stash when they get old enough they can. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Shoot. Yeah, we can't. I can't very well head off without parting with something in return. Treasure is something we permanently own, right? It's not something we can give away.
Well, you're allowed to give it away. If you wish. You'll reduce your treasure, but you're allowed to give it away.
Also, by the way, we gained some treasure last time, right? So now after this fellowship phase, they're no longer they no longer have add load, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how much each of us gained?
I don't remember. I thought you each took like 6 and one of you took 7. I don't remember.
Right. Okay. So I guess treasure, I can officially add that
need
to
to
my
take note
number.
of that stuff because I can't be
Okay.
tracking that for
Okay.
you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There was 6 per. But am I correct in that happens in the fellowship phase, where we add that number?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 11. Let me give 1 treasure away. I'll go down to 10. Here, take some of this. Take some of this gold. it should help tide over their needs until they can find their footing, until the oldest can find her footing to yeah.
Well, he takes the treasure. And it's like, how much treasure did you give?
One.
Okay,
Is that
so it's
it?
basically
Is that a lot?
it's a whole load, so it's presumably like a small chest's worth of coin.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So like you just pull out a bag of money and just hand it to him. He takes it and he goes, and he looks at you wide-eyed, sort of, and goes, "Well, thank you. That's incredibly generous of you." I don't know why he's a Southern American. I don't know how to do accents.
Take good care of this treasure. Let it grow. Invest and let it grow.
I'll do what I can.
Oh.
These people are operating on the gold standard. What do you think they have? Fiat currency going on? The stocks? What stock is he gonna invest in?
I don't know. Whatever.
Invested in the crypto.
Take good. I was trying to leave a good word in it, and I was like, take good care of your stuff. Look after it wisely. Make sure no one takes it from you.
I'm just
and then we'll turn around and be on our way.
All right. Well, thank you kindly. Hold on. You care to say a word to the youngins?
For sure thing. I'll would you need to invite us into your home?
Of course.
Are they in?
Make yourself at home. Come on in. And you hear him shout.
Yes, so.
He goes, Daisy, Faye, Percy, Perry, Sid, Holly, and Lily.
I feel so bad for making you do this.
Come here. We've got some folk here to meet you, little ones. And of course, you see the 7 children that Alariel saw earlier come up front, and the oldest is a young, obviously very young, a young woman, though nearly an adult. And you she comes forward first as sort of the representative of her siblings. He goes, "What's going on? What? Are you the folk who brought mum and dad? What do they call their parents? Mama and Papa out to a war."
Okay. This is not my character speaking. What's her name again? The oldest one?
You haven't heard her specifically addressed.
What is your name, young one?
I'm Faye.
Well, Faye, gather the rest of the children around the room, and I will tell you a story.
Just sit
and
back
I don't go into detail.
Tale of an orc battle.
Yes, exactly. So I regale them with a touching tale about how they bravely sacrifice themselves for not only the safety of the rest of the men and us, but also for the safety of Bree itself. And
all right, let me think. Go ahead and make a. I'll allow you to make an enhearten roll or an awe roll.
Oh, I'm loaded up on awe, so. And I have 2+2, so that's 5 dice.
All right, yeah. You've got a magic item. Your pretty copper circlet allows you to be very inspiring.
There's a 6. There's a 10. Okay, so it's favored, so it's 13, 17, 19, 22, 20, 25. No 6s, though.
Well, it sounds like a success. So you regale you spend your time detailing the events of the battle and embellishing a tad on the exploits of Emma and Waldo. And you see that the oldest Fae is brought a little bit to tears. They're not fully sad tears, but there is a hint of pride in her eyes as she thinks of her brave parents fighting to save the town of Bree. And when you're done, she goes forward and gives you a big ol' hug to thank him, and she directs her siblings. Thank these men and women for coming to see us. We very much appreciate it. We miss them very much.
And I motion toward the treasure. I say, take this as this could never replace what you lost, but I pray it's enough to keep you guys from harm and destitution.
And she looks in awe and wide-eyed and goes, Thank you very much. We will. This will definitely help us get by while we figure out how to adjust to our new life.
And we may head back this way, so if you see us, don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. And with that, I guess we should take our leave and head on our way.
I guess so. All right. So. All right. So where are you going then? And yeah, so they give you a fond farewell. The uncle, I suppose, again thanks you and gives you all a firm handshake. And thanks you again for your kind consideration. And sends you on your way.
I feel like, yeah, I love how I think at least 10 of those 3 men died, but this is the family we're focusing on specifically. If we want to head straight on to the object of our quest, we could probably just head straight down south the Greenway, all right, then turn right toward Sarnford. But that's my idea. There's Fornos towards the north, which I suspect, if you remember, there was an interaction we had with a group of what looked like thieves in weird clothing who entered the tavern, right? They were not talkative. It's just a gut feeling, but they're probably from that way. But that would be a side quest, and we're not guaranteed to find anything out there. What say you guys?
I think our best bet's probably going to be towards the south side.
I tend to agree. How about you, Stony? Stony is hammering away at his gazebo.
I say go south.
Go south, young man. All right, I guess we just take the road and start going down to, past the Barrow Downs and go down the Greenway. and head toward finally what seems to be the object of our whole quest, which was the eerie blue light coming from northwest of Sarnford.
All right. In that case, then I will need you to draw for me on this Google Drive, which you all should have access to, but I'll send the link again anyway.
Oh yes, I think I still have it.
I'll post it in Lamoth chat. Oh hey, look, Sketch is back. 30 minutes ago.
There I am.
Yeah, we need I'm gonna need a drawing here.
Okay, so we are in Bree. There's a squiggly tool, scribble. Is there a way to change color?
There is a way to change.
This doesn't matter.
Scribble. There should be a way to change color. But this is Google Slides, so who knows? Anything is possible.
Anyway, so we're at Bree. We just make our way down south. Maybe just make our way down to Sarnford. Sarnford is a town, right?
So it looks like you have to draw it first before you can actually color it. I don't know why. Or maybe not. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. It's dumb, but you can kind of do it. Yeah, you have to draw it first, and then it allows you to color it for fucking whatever reason. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
Did that show up? Can you see that?
I could see it. It was highlighted with that purple color your icon is, but as soon as you put it in there, it went away. Yes, Doug's got it highlighted now. There it is.
All right, so you're just gonna head down the greenway. Are you gonna cut that corner then? I guess it probably doesn't matter too much, but it might matter.
I guess. Let's make it interesting. Let's cut that corner.
All right. Fair enough. So we need our guide, which is presumably going to be newer. We're going to need the scout, who deals with exploring, lookout for awareness, and hunter for hunting. We're going to need somebody to cover multiple roles. I don't think it allows for... I don't think the game allows for the guide to do multiple roles. But I guess you have Alariel with you and Hildir, so I guess we can let them do something too. So it's just pick your guide, your hunter, your lookout, and your scout, and of course, assign the fifth person to wherever you want them to put.
So Alariel is good at awareness, right? So she should go the lookout, right?
Is she good at awareness? Yes, she is. Okay. She can be the lookout. Okay. She's also good at explore, which none of you are good at. Well, okay, she's better than the most of you at explore.
Okay. Let Ella here do awareness, and awareness is scout, right?
Awareness is lookout. Scout is explore.
Lookout. Okay. So Alariel will be the scout. Ella here will be the lookout.
All right. Who's gonna be your hunter?
That's actually a good question. Belcor, what are you good at? Hey, Stoney.
One second, let me tell you guys. I'm pulling up my character sheet.
Stony.
I have doing awareness, Uh, 2 in explore. 2 in hunting.
Oh, you look like you could be a good hunter then.
I could be hunter.
All right.
Hunter Biden.
So, Belcor shall be our hunter.
All right, and we can have Hildir hunt with him.
Sure.
And pilfer some of his hope for assistance, I suppose. Oh wait, I guess I didn't give him. Oh, that's okay. There we go. So Hildir only has 5 hope, apparently. Well, I don't actually know how much hope Hildir has because he didn't send me his character sheet.
Do I need a roll for hunting?
Not right now.
Okay. Still not working.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so yeah, you did. You drew the path, so you're heading basically straight from Bree, down to the down straight to Sarnford. Okay. So I will need a travel roll from our guide.
Right. And let's see here. For the travel, it just has to clear 16. It just has to hit a 16. Cool.
Yeah, that's the minimum roll for a success.
All right. Well,
Well, for you anyway.
all right. Let's see. 9. 9. Excuse me a bit. There's a lot of numbers. I'm pretty sure it clears 10. Yeah, 10, 15. Yeah, it clears 16.
16. All right.
Any any sixes?
Yeah, 1 6. I guess the total is, what is that? 10, 18, 27 total.
All right, 27 with an additional 6, or with
Yep.
with a T rune. Tangwar.
Yep.
All right. So that means that you make it all the way to. That means you're going to make it 4 hexes along. So you're going to get 4 days before an event takes place. So I guess I have to make. So let me see which hex you land in. I should have done that already. All right, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's an interesting spot. And then I gotta go back to that. All right, so that's gonna be a 7, and it targets the lookout. So who are Elahir? This will target you, I guess. So I need you to make an awareness roll.
Okay. Target number 15. Don't fail me now. Oh, wow. That's terrible. I have 8 total.
8 total.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so that's a failure. All right, so everyone but Elahir gains 2 fatigue, and Elahir gains 3 fatigue. Um,
And we all started out with 0, right?
you all start off with, I believe so. I don't know. Um, Probably. Anyway, all right. So what happens is, as you're traveling along, you're traveling along the Greenway. You come to a point in your the Greenway for a little while out south of Bree skirts along the edges of the Barrow Downs, which you've heard enough legends about to be wary of. But you on the fourth day, it actually starts to have a downpour, and so and the road gets all muddy, and you can't see the sky. It's hard to navigate, so you actually end up leaving the road for a little bit until for about a day, and you get essentially a day uh, uh, out of your path, and uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, so yeah, you end up like accidentally veering east a little bit, and so it's not until the next day that you realize you've um, very much strayed from your path. You notice you've strayed very far east from where the path should be, and so you actually have to track yourself back to the Greenway. So that will add an additional day to your journey.
Sorry, guys.
So instead of 8, it's now 9. But I do need to now have another travel roll from our guide.
Right. Second verse, same as the first. Here we go. Right. Oh my goodness gracious. 18, 28 total.
28
And now 2 tea rooms among them.
All right, so you bypass the next event. You manage to easily enough make it to Sarn Ford, and in fact, you actually pick up the pace a little bit. The road actually, from the previous rain, it actually seems to have cleared away some mud on the road, or it got all muddy and stuff, but you end up but after it's all washed away and settled, it makes the road a little easier to follow, and so you actually do cut that corner successfully. In fact, you cut that corner quite early, and you actually make it exactly to Sarn Ford in the around midday in the on the 9th day. So you manage to where am I looking for this? What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. And so you arrive at Sarn Ford. It's the middle of the day. I do need I guess this will be a scan roll as you try to locate, as you look around, survey your surroundings. I'll need a scan roll from,
Shoot.
I guess we'll say, well, okay, anyone who wants to make a scan roll can make a scan roll.
Any and all, or any one?
Anybody.
Okay. Let me. I mean, I have 0 points in scan, so here goes nothing. Actually, what does El Ariel have? Maybe she goes too. She has 2 points, so I'm probably going to fail here.
I've got 3 advantage. I should probably do it.
I think this is up. The full party can also go for it too. Like I think it's like whoever notices it, maybe.
Yeah.
Alariel doesn't notice either.
Doug, who would notice it?
Notice what?
Or to do the scan roll?
I mean,
Does
in
anyone
theory,
notice
all
it?
of you are looking around right now.
Okay. Should we all just do one then?
Yeah, Elahir and Elariel both don't see anything.
I'll roll
Okay,
for
hang
Hildir
on.
then.
12, so I don't see anything.
12, okay. So Elahir, Elariel, and Nur don't see anything, you said?
Yeah, I didn't hit my target number.
All right,
at all.
Belcor, what's your scan roll?
Belcor!
Stony!
I'm here. Hold on. Give me a second. That's my favorite. One of this game, but I'm spinning my head.
You are our only hope.
Oops.
Maybe I should have only had one person roll. I'm not sure.
I rolled a Gandalf rune, a 6, and a 3.
Wow.
All right, so that's Hildir also succeeded with an additional success. So, Nur sketching or Nur, Elahir, and Elariel looking around. It's bright. It's a bright sunny day. You don't really see much, but Belcor and Hildir, both looking around, do see a faint glow, essentially directly west, I think. Slightly southwest. It's more west, but a bit southwest, coming from the direction of, in that direction. So it's somewhat southwest of you, but mostly west. Very nearly west. With the additional success, both of you do notice also, just to the northwest nearby, you see a small plume of smoke coming from a small little thicket, or a little forest region just to the northwest of you.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, So it's a little town, right? Sarnford. Nothing
Sarnford
nothing
is
out of the ordinary.
Sarnford is just a stone ford on the river on Branduin. It's I guess this is
Okay, so Tolkien, Sarnford.
it's just a river crossing.
Gotcha, okay. So just keep going. So okay. Shall we? I guess Belcor, what do you say when you see what you see?
Don't put me on the spot like that. I don't know, man. I'm not good at this. You guys know I'm not the best role player. What do I see again?
You see a faint light shining from nearly due west, slightly to the south, and you see some smoke rising northwest of of your group, near a thicket of woods.
Hmm. 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 Bro, that could be anything. It could be some other. Let's go to the light, man. Let's go to the smoke,
All right.
rather.
Common wisdom usually says don't go toward the light. Okay, let's do it.
I'm done.
Okay, so I guess we go toward the thing we see at the west. So west by southwest.
So you're going in that direction towards the light.
Yes.
Okay. It's really far away, so this will be a journey roll.
Oh.
Like you can barely see it.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's fine. I'm just saying you can. This will be a journey roll. So.
Okay. Looks like the tower might be closer then.
Let's go with
So
the tower first.
yeah, let's go to the tower northwest of Sarnford.
What tower?
Or what was in the northwest again? It was like a pillar or a smoke or something, right?
Smoke.
Okay, let's go toward the smoke.
Okay. So you march away northwest of Sarnford. You come. Before too long, you come to the southwestern edge of a small little wood. You see a little campfire, and into the wood there seems to be the beginnings of a camp with a bunch of overgrown vegetables leading into it. And it opens between two rows of trees. As you're approaching the camp, you see three elven elves sitting around a campfire and seemingly somewhat panicked. But one of them approaches you.
Ooh, I take point and say, Magavanen, what tidings? We bring good tidings from Rivendell and then from Bree. We have come. Um, we have been tasked by Gilryan to look into a matter that has been seen here. What is there anything that you might have noticed that lines up with what we have been, what we know?
The man approaches you and goes, Magavanen, I don't know to what you refer. What events are you referring to?
That there was a strange light seen to the west.
Yes,
of
of course.
Sarnford.
There's a light to the west of Sarnford. It's been shining and has been growing brighter over the past month. In fact, it previously could only have been seen during sunset, but it appears to have gotten bright enough that I can even see it faintly now, if I look closely. What's your interest in the light?
We are worried that they might portend some evil of the nature of which we're not sure of yet until we go and see. That's what we are armed and ready for. What brings you guys here, and um, what are you undertaking right now, and what have you seen?
Our business in this area is not entirely unrelated to the star in the mist. Um, we do know that there has been much bandit activity in this region, near this region, for some time. There are many attacks on traders heading into the Shire and along the road. But I'm afraid our business is separate from that, so I don't know how much I can tell you.
Being that it is kind of our business to make sure things are okay, what business are you undertaking right now?
Go ahead and make a courtesy roll.
My 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 bracers come in handy already. So it's not favored, but I do have 3 total. Oh, that's a high target number though. Oh man. Okay. I got an Eye of Sauron and my total is 11.
That
So
sounds
no,
like a
I don't get it.
failure. Well, well, while you seem like friends, I fear that our business is somewhat our own. I'd prefer not to trouble you with what we're doing with our business right now. Suffice it to say, we are. Our leader is missing, and we were sent to recover an artifact.
Uh, any ideas, y'all? Anything come to mind about what we can do here?
None in particular stand out to me.
My first idea is, can we help?
Mm-hmm. If we were to stop and help them, how might we be able to help them?
They were looking for an artifact and maybe recover their leader or something.
Can I try to
But
persuade him to tell us what's going on?
You may certainly attempt so.
Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. He's even kicking ass. Okay. So I'm a favorite, and I have to persuade. Um, to persuade, I'm gonna spend 1 hope. Let's see here. I got a 10, a 3, a 1, and a 6.
3, a 10, a 1, and a
For
6.
and my target number is 16, so I think that's a pass.
That's
Yep, that's a
success,
20.
and it sounds like you have an additional
What?
success.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you say?
I understand your standoffishness, friend, but we're only here to help. If you have any troubles, please tell us.
The elf thinks for a moment and thinks, very well. I'll tell you of our troubles. And you see another elf, a younger female elf, is pacing in the background. There's also an older-looking elf. Obviously, his face doesn't show much age, but in his eyes, you do see written are many years. And that one is carrying a finely carved stick and leaning on it. And he's sort of leaning on it, and he appears to be injured as well. The elf you've been speaking to tells you the tale, and he goes, well, where is it? Sorry, give me a sec. Give me 1 sec.
For sure.
There it is. Okay. So, our leader, Aranwe, has a sister, known to us as Mirwen. Long ago, when this refuge was in use, Mirwen's husband, Thalion, formed a friendship with a being of with one of the with a powerful spirit. They shared many adventures, they shared a love of craftsmanship, but they defended themselves from. But Thalion was also a warrior and fought in many battles. He suffered an injury once and entrusted. He became injured during a battle which he swore he would not partake in to Mirwen. Mirwen returned. Mirwen never returned to recover. Returned to this place after the betrayal by Thalion, failing to fulfill his vow never to go to battle again. We came here to recover her Heart of Tyndalen, which is a large ruby. However, as we entered the wood, we were attacked by the animals, and our leader then was taken captive by these animals, and we know not what has happened. We hope he's still alive.
Describe these animals. The animals or orcs or?
They were animals.
Kidnapped by animals.
Mostly squirrels and crows and all manner of creatures, smaller to some larger.
Well, I don't see any reason we couldn't help these folks. What do you all say?
I agree. My one confusion is he was sworn by these smaller animals which took him hostage.
Yes, that is strange.
Which I turned toward the head elf and I asked him, do you have an idea of where they went? He might have gone.
Deeper into the woods, there's a small yet fairly deep pond in the middle of the lake, which is the only place that this wood leads to, the path.
Hmm. And there we shall go. What time of day is it, by the way?
It's afternoon.
Hmm. I guess we can. I guess we can venture into the woods for today, and in a concerted effort to find your leader.
Very
So
well.
I think we shall set out on, pretty soon.
All right. So you and the female elf responds with, "That's what I've been saying. Let's make. We have allies now. We can make it. We can get our runway back. We don't. We needn't wait. Remain here. By whatever force is required, we must take. We must rescue our runway." And the older elf goes, "I think there's more going on here than we suspect. I don't know that we should be so rash as to simply destroy the grove in such a manner. My heart tells me there's more going on. There's slightly that this isn't so simple as a this isn't so simple."
As a fellow elf and brother in arms in this great battle against the evil, I share your concern, and we promise to not swipe blindly against the evils. I swear we shall use our perceptive powers first before we seek to destroy any one thing.
Hi, Walls. Sorry, what'd you say?
As an elf, I was just basically assuring the other elves that yes, I am also a fellow elf and brother in arms against the fight against evil, and I also am connected to, I also feel for the nature of this place being corrupted. So I will not, I do not want to destroy the nature, uh, the physical nature around us, and we'll be careful. We will be watchful for what actually is at fault here.
Very well. You see the
Any of
path
you,
in
are there
which-
any of you who might want to join us on this expedition?
Well, Sularian seems raring to go. I think I can join you as well. Randur, on the other hand, I believe I think he should stay behind.
You can watch the camp. Ryan Dewar.
Very well. Take my words to advice. Try to cure the affliction with the forest rather than destroy it. I think it would be better that way.
I am in full agreement.
Oh, actually, one random comment I forgot is that everyone should probably remove 2 shadow for the last fellowship phase, incidentally.
Oh, okay. That means Lucy is not technically in despair.
That's good.
she is barely above water in hope.
barely above water.
In terms of hope.
Our clinically depressed elf is slightly less clinically depressed.
Yeah, she won't. Yeah, exactly. Sauron doesn't spell doom for her anymore.
Belcourt being here remove more shadow from her because it's like Orodreth lives on in Belcourt.
What?
I feel like since Belcourt, Orodreth's little brother's here, right? That should have some influence on you.
Well, Well, are you trying to lower her shadow more?
By at least one. It's a little bit of hope.
um, well, I think you would have had to do that upon seeing her.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna put that down, I guess, right now.
Denied.
But
We're resolute in seeing Ilariel uh,
Happy.
get her comeuppance in terms of shadow. Seems like.
well, I just don't know how you're going to make. I'm not. I don't want to retcon this. That's all.
Right.
But anyway, so you recruit these two elves. You learn the one you've been speaking to is known as Brethil, and they decide to lead you into the trees. The path is uneven, and it begins close to the camp with, as I said, overgrown vegetation leading in and between two rows of trees. As there's huge roots emerging from the ground with dead leaves and a thick undergrowth, giving it a forlorn and desolate appearance. You can hear constant rustling around you. Thankfully, it's daytime, so it doesn't appear too oppressive, but it does get darker as you enter the woods, and there are many, and it is quite unpleasant, and it's not your favorite place you've ever been to. Where is it? Okay. So
It's like,
5, 11.
I'll be right
13.
back. The drive is here.
all right. Sounds
Sure
good.
thing. 6, 12, 16. Yeah.
Okay, so
Since it was the afternoon, maybe we should have rested. Yeah. I can't Monday morning quarterback anything. Dude, this long of a prep session, it feels like Stark's gonna open up a can of whoop ass on us in a moment.
I'm prepared. I'm not gonna just
I
dive in
wrote
this time.
this. This stuff has been in the back burner for a very long time, and I've forgotten most of what this is.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we were busy slaying trolls.
We were busy slaying trolls. It's true. So, I'm trying to remember everything, but I only knew vague stuff. But I'm picking it back up.
Oh, hopefully we're ready for it.
I don't know, Corey. I'm like level 1.
You are basically
I'm gonna
level
get,
1.
I'm gonna get nuked.
Melkor, my brother, my friend,
Call me
I
Irene.
shall watch out for you.
Watch out for me. I don't need you to watch out for me. Nah, I'm not going that route.
Suddenly he's Smeagol.
Nah, I'm not. he's not a. You guys will see Belcore. We got to make it. We got to find some enemies first.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Oh well, I guess we gotta wait for sketch. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask him to describe where we are.
Right. I'm not exactly sure what's around us.
Maybe ask the two elves that joined us where 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 they would start. It
Here,
feels
can
like
I,
what we're up against is some kind of some kind of mystical force that's animating.
or something that has control over the animals, right?
Right. Like a druid or something. I don't know if druids are in this. I don't think druids are in Middle Earth, are there?
I'm not sure. Like I said, my Middle Earth lore is pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So in that case, fun fact, my Gavanin, I think, just means well met, or it's a common greeting that elves have for each other.
I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't quite, place my finger on it.
Do you know do you know this YouTube channel called Tolkien Lore?
I'm back.
No. The only one I know is Go on Next Gondor, and that's because it's Doug. Really like that channel.
What about Girl Next Gondor?
The only reason I follow that channel is because of you. Your
I was telling
video.
him about what my Gavanin means, and I was going to say that Tolkien Lore, I think, starts every one of his videos like that, doesn't he?
Every
He
single
says
one.
my Gavanin.
And he ends every video with the Marie.
See, I don't know how to speak elf.
Yeah.
I can't
And
really either, except for just a few words.
back in the day, probably like a year ago now, I played a little bit of Latro, Lord of the Rings Online, LOTRO,
Mhm.
and they have some elvish phrases in there. There's a lot of lore in that game actually. If you want to play a game set in that and you want the big like the lore stuff in it, um, very detailed dialogue and very accurate to like the source material. Latro is actually a good place to be.
Yeah.
I like this because I feel like I'm immersed in the Lord of the Rings world. It feels good. I wanted to play Lotro, but my computer was a brick at that point.
Latro is actually a pain to get working on newer computers just because it's so old at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I guess we're waiting on Sketch whenever you come back, Sketch, if you can hear us.
We're waiting. Does
Sketch.
Belcor digi-evolve into Borgoth? Walls asks.
Huh?
Yes.
Does Bel-
Maybe their father was called Borgoth.
Borgeron, actually.
What's his name?
Borgeron.
Orgaron. Okay.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
cool name.
funnily enough, Stony doesn't know about Melkor, so
He
um,
doesn't.
it was a happy coincidence.
Yeah. But I do think Belcor does digi-evolve into Borgoth.
Borgoth? Is there a Morgoth?
So yes, there was. That's
Melkor gets called Morgoth by the elves once he steals the Silmarils and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Melkor was once the greatest of the what's it called? What are they called again?
Was
Ainur?
he a Valar or I?
Ainur, Valar, whatever, yeah.
So basically he's the Middle Earth uh, allegory for the devil.
Yep.
Oh, and my name
Right.
is one letter off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
um, well, Gokor isn't like exactly evil. He just doesn't mind doing evil things to achieve his goals. uh, it'll make more sense as we play.
Yep.
He's a little bit.
He's gonna take the ring and he's gonna do it no matter what.
I mean, it is a powerful artifact, but I don't think he necessarily wants the ring. Well, I don't know. Like, is the story is the ring known for its corruption and stuff? Like, bro, is that ever an aspect of the ring that's known?
I can't understand a word you said.
Um, the corrupting effects of the ring, is that ever an aspect that's like known?
Uh, kind of. I mean, few people. Your character almost certainly wouldn't even know about the ring. Um,
Right. Be very familiar with like what the ring does, right?
no.
Oh,
Remember,
oh,
remember the elfin monologue, right? Legend turns to myth, and myth turns
You
to.
might be vaguely aware, thanks to the influence of Alariel, that elven rings were made. But you don't know anything about them, really.
oh, okay. Then yeah, I know the ring exists, but I don't know what it does.
Honestly, I don't even know that you would know that the Ring of Power, the One Ring, exists.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like remember at the beginning of Fellowship, Gandalf had to actually like
Oh,
fly
yeah.
to I think it was Minas Tirith, right, to
No, he went to Mr.
research what this whole thing was.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Well,
suspicion. That's what you have to confirm it, right?
he has a suspicion, but he has to go. He doesn't know how to confirm it, so he goes to research it in the movie. In the book, he is in a similar position, but it works a little differently. Um, the stewards of Gondor are at least aware of what the One Ring is. They don't know that They don't know that that's what Boromir's dream is. Boromir and Faramir's dream is about. They just know about Isildur's Bane. And so they don't know that Isildur's Bane refers to the One Ring. But we do know based on when Faramir finds out that it's the One Ring
Yeah, remember,
that he
like
knows
remember, yeah.
understands what it is, and Denethor as well.
Just keep in mind Galadriel's opening monologue, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. History became legend, legend became myth, and for 2,500 years, the ring passed out of all knowledge.
Yep.
I'm back.
Hi, Sketch.
Okay.
Hey, I think this is where I'm gonna have to step out to get started on work.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Well, I think this is a fine position to conclude, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Because Stony also has to leave, I think.
Yeah,
So,
at work.
and this means that now that I actually know what you guys are doing, I can fix this whole problem of this thing that I forgot all about.
okay.
Yeah, we start bouncing around with some side quests, giving gold to children.
Look at you.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be more things with that.
Yeah. I'm glad your girlfriend stuff. I'm glad they found that, and I hope she recovers pretty well. And
Well, we known something was up for a while. We just had to get back to see a specialist to really understand what we were looking at, or even just what we're dealing with in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Anything else we need to tie up before we conclude?
As always, I think send Stug your character sheets. What channel specifically again?
Children of Iluvatar.
Children of Luvatar. So save, click Control S on your character sheet, and then send it to Stug. And yeah,
Yep.
you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and hopefully work goes smoothly for both of y'all.
I do hope it was at least somewhat fun today. It was a little bit of housekeeping and stuff.
I finally made a half decent travel roll. I'm happy.
Alright,
I was the one that let us down with that perception roll.
okay.
And Stony, talk to Lucy for us. See if he can bend her ear toward, well, first find out if if anything she's going through is a big serious thing, or of course if that's, then we should probably help leave her to deal with that first, definitely.
What is going on?
But if not, see if she's ever open to coming back. We miss her.
We miss her.
I already messaged her. I'll see if I can get in contact with her.
Alright, good luck.
Good luck.
Doug, I have we have a spreadsheet for the camping trip. Can we put the camping location on there too, just for easy reference? I'm trying
Yes.
to prepare everything.
Sure.
Do you have edit access to that, by the way?
I think I do. Where?
All right, let me stop the recording in the stream.
Oh yes.
Bye.
Hey, thank you, internet. If anyone's listening.
Nobody is.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Walls, if you're still there.
How long?
Goodbye, my future